Hello everybody and welcome to Problem Solving Penguarium, where we solve problems better. This is episode number 3 and today we're doing a year 7 question that's related to science. So without further ado, let's get into it. First thing we need to do is to clarify exactly what the question is asking. Some people take the antacid sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, where the hydrochloric acid, HCl, in their stomach gives them heartburn. The antacid reaction forms the salt sodium chloride, NaCl, water, H2O, and the gas carbon dioxide, CO2. Which set of diagrams best shows this chemical reaction? We have our key, we have lots of different shapes which are related to the key. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is establish that we're doing sodium bicarbonate plus HCl, or hydrogen chloride. Some people take the antacid when the hydrochloric acid in their stomach gives them heartburn. So sodium bicarbonate plus hydrochloric acid forms, so let's use that word to help us come up with an equals. So sodium bicarbonate. Now I'm not going to use the specifics of the chemical formula here. Now I understand what they mean, but as a year 7er we might not necessarily understand. So I'm just going to go with sodium bicarb plus hydrochloric acid equals, as indicated by the formation of the salt sodium chloride. Okay, so I'm just going to call that one salt plus forms the salt sodium chloride, water, and the gas carbon dioxide. Salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Can't spell today. So without even knowing anything about the chemistry, I've been able to work out what is going on. I've translated it from English into maths into science. So the strategy we're going to choose today is look for a pattern. Okay, find a pattern. So using it. So let's see if we can figure something out. Sodium bicarb. Okay, so in the first part, there needs to be, according to our key, the square. Okay, so let's find one with a square. So square there, square there, square there, square there. What's triangle? Triangle is hydrogen. So immediately I can see that sodium and hydrogen together is not one of the things that was talked about. I didn't have sodium hydrate or hydrochloric sodium, I had sodium bicarbonate. So I can immediately cross out this solution based on the fact that sodium and hydrogen don't go together. Let's have a look at these other ones then. So we've got sodium and oxygen. Okay, you know what, this looks like a really big molecule. We're going to look somewhere else rather than spending all the time working out if all these parts are necessary. So let's go onto the other side of the equation and work out what the salt was. So on the other side we needed to have a sodium, which all 4 of them do. Check. Well, we don't need to worry about C. And it needs to link up with chlorine, chloride. Chlorine, chloride looks similar. Let's roll with that for now. Okay, so sodium chloride could be this one. Sodium chloride could be this one because the shapes are the same. But this is sodium and oxygen, so it mustn't be this one. So we've already scrubbed 2, 1 to go. So what's the next thing? Water, H2O. So we need to find something that has hydrogen, which is our triangles, and oxygen. So here we have hydrogen, we have triangles, check. Oxygen is one of the little blue circles which we have down the bottom here, but oxygen is not in the top one. Carbon, that'd be hydrogen carbon of some description. So we can scrub A, which means that D must be our correct answer. How can I check this now? That's what we're up to. We think it's D, and now we want to check. Well, let's check our last product. Let's see what this is. We wanted to finish up with a gas, carbon dioxide. We wanted C's and O's. So C was the star. So we've got a C, check. We've got an oxygen, check. If we really wanted to get pedantic and we understood what we were looking at a little bit more, we can see that carbon dioxide has 1 C and 2 O's, which stands for 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. So I could deduce further and go, well, I've got 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. So we've checked. Now, as a final conclusion, this is a multiple choice question, so we would choose D. But a concluding statement could be, well, no, we don't. A concluding statement would be that, okay, for the question, which set of diagrams best shows this chemical reaction? I would say that given this style of question and that it's asking us just to identify diagrams, we wouldn't have to explain it specifically. We could just say answer or combination D best describes or best shows the chemical reaction above.